This has to be the 5th time today I've lit this same Palo Santo stick. And it is like, girl, can you not? Turn the TV down after I smooge a smooge. Blow it out yet, since this thing is so hard to light. The lore about Palo Santo is it burns as long as it needs to, and I completely forgot what I was gonna say. It gives you smoke as long as you need the smoke. It burns as long as it needs to. So if your Palo Santo is smoking up a storm, there's a reason for that. And if it's not really smoking up, then you're pretty much good. Like, you may want the smoke, like I do, because I'm a Palo Santo junkie. But it just won't smoke, because you're good. The air conditioner came on. That'll drown the TV out a little. Alright, Palo Santo is lit. I'm gonna turn the TV down anyway. Be right back. I've returned. Alright. Still burning. Where am I going to put it so it doesn't set the house on fire? Next to the candle. That'll work. Hello. It is day 3 of Mercury retrograde. It is July 10th, 2019. Chiron is now retrograde in Aries. It's been in Aries since the 19th. And Chiron is the wounded healer. That's my cat in the background. Hi, Shauna. Chiron is the wounded healer. We all have Chiron, as some people pronounce it, Chiron, in our chart somewhere, and the location of your chart that Chiron lives in is the site of your deepest wounding in this incarnation and lifetime. And it's basically where you can help other people heal themselves, but you yourself struggle and may not ever be able to heal yourself in the same area. Shauna, I need to talk to you later about the good old days, because apparently Bastet is coming for me again, so I want to get at you about that. So Chiron in Aries, my husband has Chiron in Aries. Mine is in Gemini in the 3rd house. Can't remember what his is, but Chiron in Aries, I like to call it the rage monkey placement, because my husband, when my husband, who is walking in now, was younger, he loved to fight, fought everything for any reason, just loved it. Not even like he was a very angry child, but also just the sheer joy of fighting, which is very Aries. It's 100% Aries. So he's not a rage monkey anymore, but that's something that his temper and his patience with other people is something he's gonna struggle with all his life, because that's what Chiron does. So Chiron is retrograde in Aries right now, which for the rest of us means that our childhood traumas and real or perceived slights, Bear was too, Bear is Shauna's husband, our perceived or real childhood slights, childhood traumas, childhood garbage that we've either consciously or unconsciously been holding on to and not working on, or we thought we'd been working on it, and it turns out there's always more to work on. All of that is going to come up. whether you're ready for it or not, because that's what these retrogrades do. So if you've got unresolved childhood issues, unresolved issues around childhood, or just that age in general for your own children or relatives or anything, that's what this is going to be doing for. And I'm a bad witch, and I do not remember when Chiron goes direct, so I'll have to put that in the comments after the words. I've also, think I've figured out this whole yawning thing that I'm constantly doing. Shauna, you were actually the catalyst for this too. It's funny. So my friend Shauna here is like a level 43 witch. She survives just on pixie dust and wild mushrooms. I'm just kidding, but basically. And when Shauna's channeling large amounts of energy or getting a lot of energetic stuff, she already called it, it's the physical manifestation of channeling that energy out and releasing it from your body, and it shows up in yawning, burping, hiccuping, your eyes watering and tearing up. Yep. So when you're on the right path, and apparently I've been a lot, because lately now when I get on here and I'm doing card of the day, or I'm making any kind of message or telling anybody about the truth, I can't stop yawning uncontrollably. And it's really affecting my delivery, but that's the thing. That's why I yawn all the time, because I have energy coming and going. So let's get to shuffling. Oh Lord, it's Wednesday. How's the week been? Mine has been, yeah, it's annoying. It's like you just want to finish your sentence and seem coherent and genuine. This keeps happening. Are you alone? That never happens. Are you okay? I have been spending the past 2 days cracking algorithms. I have made it public that the more you like, share, and comment. It's weird. Is the dog there? Do you have the dog and the cats? When you like, share, comment, and all that stuff on somebody's business, or even just their personal Instagram and Facebook, that's how you beat the algorithm. And when there's a lot of traffic on somebody's page in any of those formats, it basically tells the algorithm that, hey, this person is in demand, people want to see this, so we are going to place them in more search results and put them on the explore page on Instagram, and you're just gonna show up. You're gonna have more access to being more visible. So I have spent the past 2 days. That's amazing, Shauna. You need that. You definitely need that. I've spent the past 2 days liking and commenting and sharing my friends' business witchy pages. They're not witchy pages, just friends of mine that are small businesses that don't have a lot of traffic, or they have like less than 1,000 followers and stuff. I've been blowing their shit up because paying it forward, and they've been doing it for me too, which has been fabulous, especially if part of your small business is that you're trying to monetize things, because get that money any way it comes. Money is energy. Money is everywhere. Energy is everywhere. All right. I'm so excited for you, Shauna. You deserve that. I'm gonna do one of my favorite oils right now. one of the girls I was blowing up was, she does oils. A couple of them do oils, but the one I'm really talking about, the Lunar Libra company, find them on Instagram. She does oils, like hoodoo style oils, and I'm sure that they smell wonderful and beautiful because they look wonderful and beautiful. And as soon as business picks up again, I am definitely going to be buying from her because I'm fucking into it. All right, first card. Me. Sagittarius. In this deck, it represents the Fool. And the Fool is probably, I don't want to say it's one of my favorite cards. It's just so childlike and innocent. Which, you know, we were just talking about Chiron and Aries and unresolved childhood stuff. The Fool is like the child card. The Fool in traditional Rider-Waite iconography is this guy dressed like a jester with his little happy little dog, and he's looking off into space and about to step off of this gigantic cliff. But he's like happy about it. So the Fool represents taking that first step into the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. Frankly, you're not really concerned with what's going to happen. You're just excited to be there and excited to go on the journey, which is very, very, very much Sagittarius. The traditional tarot card that runs with Sagittarius is actually Temperance. And that is because Sagittarius, there are several signs in the zodiac that represent dualities. And Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, because it's all twos. But Sagittarius and Capricorn to an extent, all of those things are either two of the same thing, Gemini and Pisces, or half animal, which, you know, a hermit crab shell isn't an animal, but you get it. And Capricorn is half goat, half fish. Now, Sagittarius is the only sign that is half man, half animal. So it's a whole nother side of duality. It's balancing your higher mind, learning philosophy, religion, spiritualism, the law, higher education, all of that super high esoteric stuff with your baser animal needs. So your fight or flight, your sex drive, your base needs. You have to balance all of those things. Hi, Kelly. Long time no see, girl. So I'm a Sagittarius. I could wax poetic about my sign all day because I think we are fabulous. But, so Temperance traditionally runs with Sagittarius because Temperance is about balancing and finding that balance in everything and tempering your responses. Like, are you too much one way or too much of the other? Yep, higher self and monkey mind. That is Sagittarius. So I like this for the Fool, though. The whole major arcana, which is, you know, Temperance, the Fool, the Moon, the Star, Death, the Tower, the High Priestess, all of those cards that they like to make artwork out of and like show on, you know, La Loteria and stuff. Those are all the major arcana. And Sagittarius for the Fool, I like, because we are very much about stepping off into the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't care because the journey is more important to us than the destination. And finding the truth and the knowledge to be gained from the journey is our entire purpose in life, which is why we're the philosophers of the zodiac too. The whole major arcana, as I was saying, is all about the journey of the Fool through life. So the Fool is the beginning. It's the beginning of a journey. I'm getting chills. It's the beginning of a journey, and it's the beginning of something new. And you're stepping off into the abyss, and you're not even worried if things are going to work out or not. You just kind of have this blind knowledge. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Jackie. You have this blind knowledge that things are just going to work out. You're not going to worry about it. You're not even going to think about how it could or could go wrong. You're just there for the journey. And you know what? Everything is going to work out because Sagittarians are born lucky because we are blessed by Jupiter. And everything Jupiter touches expands. It blows up everything. It's the giver of gifts, generosity, luck, all that happy stuff. So, new beginnings, blindly into the abyss, and it's going to be fucking great, if I can say so myself. This is actually a really good card for Mercury retrograde and eclipse season, if you ask me. All right, now let's get into the oracle half. So I do same deck, the Cosmos deck. These are tarot. That's why there's a ton of them. These are oracle. There's not a lot because oracle decks are never that big. And oracle decks will give you specific advice and guidance, whereas tarot, it's more fluid. There are different combinations and different meanings for everything. Oracle's pretty straightforward. And today we have the Galaxy, which in this deck for me represents community, diversity, and contributions. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this card came through because I have been, hey Ray, I have been the past 24 hours throwing myself headfirst into the abyss of helping out the community. I'm just doing a card of the day, Lisa. I don't do live readings at this point. I just do card of the day every day, general guidance. So I've been throwing myself into the community, the tarot community, metaphysical community, candle makers, hoodoo brujas, yoga, crystals, other tarot readers, you name it. I have been smashing their subscribe buttons, liking, commenting, sharing, messaging, putting all of that out there. Trying to beat that goddamn algorithm for everybody, for all of us. And Galaxy is community. So it's a happy card, in my opinion, because it's all, yellows and blues. And the story behind this card is that this dude was creating all of the world. It's like the sun exploding. And once the sun exploded, all these other life forms, like this guy, and this guy, and this guy, all started popping up too. And they're each doing different things. Like this one looks like the Egyptian style of Anubis, weighing the deeds against the feather. And then this one's over here. What is that? Looks like a lightning bolt. And this other little dude looks like he's making some kind of yarn or something. I don't know, but each one is doing something else. Hi, Shannon Weehee. So everybody's doing something else because this guy created, and they're all a community. Nobody could exist without anybody else, and nobody can do anything else without the backing of somebody else. So it's a be kind to your tribe, find your tribe kind of card. So yesterday I felt pretty off, but not so much today. Mama's on fucking point today.
So December 12th.
December 12th is when Chiron goes direct?
Yeah.
See, that's why he's my manager. Cyrus is here to be the face of the brand, and my personal manager / handler is Jason.
2027 is when it's done with the cycle.
With Chiron and Aries?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
so
it's really good for me, actually. Lots of healing.
I didn't say it wasn't good for you.
Lots of good times.
So Chiron is an asteroid. It's not a planet. And it's an outer asteroid, though, so it takes forever to move through time and space. Yeah. Shauna says, "Aw, good alien godfish."
Nice. Yeah, lots of good healing.
That's what Chiron is about, healing. Let me finish. It's like you guys are like in our apartment, and this is just the conversations that we have. So Chiron takes forever to move. Chiron is a generational placement because it takes about 30 years to move through each sign. So for 27 years, Chiron is going to be in Aries. So this entire generation for the next 27-ish years of children are going to be the Chiron and Aries generation, which is what Jason's was. So, but that was longer than, 20 years ago. I digress. So Chiron is all about healing. And healing's never bad. Mr. I gotta defend everything. Chiron is never a bad thing. It can be angsty and painful and ouchy if you haven't worked on stuff. But if you have, obviously it's not going to affect you as much. And Chiron, any healer knows that through the healing and through the pain, that's where the good shit is. That's where you ascend and you grow, and it basically becomes a superpower. So a Chiron placement sucks the first, I'm going to say, like 30, 40 years of your life. And then once you hit 30 or 40, depending on the person, it's gonna like become a superpower. 40 is something else. 40 specifically is something else. You're thinking of once every sign turns 40, they realize the limitations of their sign, and they basically level up by integrating all these other aspects of their charts and then balancing more than they ever were, and it becomes a superpower. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, well, your Ray, isn't your sun in Aries? Something of you is in Aries. One of your big three is Aries. So, yeah, Ray, Shauna, Ray, Aries. Shauna is like the most evolved Aries I've ever met in my entire life. So, Shauna has been a indispensable, invaluable mentor for me in my journey the past, 3-4 years, forever. So I love Shauna. Shauna can teach everybody something. There it is, Aries Rise. So let me run through my brain and see if there's anything else I needed to tell everybody. Yeah, 5 years. Yeah. Thanks, Jackie. That's what I do, basically. I don't, figure any of this stuff out on my own, well, except for the tarot part. But I'm basically, world's best translator because Sagittarius and I have a Gemini rise. And my Chiron in Gemini means that I struggle and have struggled my whole life with imposter syndrome and feeling heard and understood. So I tend to over-explain because of that, which actually helps everybody else out. But I still feel like I'm just rambling and no one's really understanding what the point is, So, that's what we have today. My phone just told me I am at 20%. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I might pop on later if any random thought comes to me. If not, I will be back tomorrow. Yep. So, love you guys.